Everything looks good. Right, hello, we're out in the woods with Spidey. Technically it's like a Spidey 3.2. I just need to make sure I can see my little monitor down there. That's better, isn't it? As you can see, we're out in the woods and it's all we're at the secret garden. Let's talk about tyres, because that is part of the 3.3 version of my Mears Gold Rush chassis build Spidey. These are some of the cheapest tyres that work you can find. This is the Mix Racing crawler tyre. It's a fake tusk, so we call it a fusk. If that makes sense for you, then great. So we're running that. I've downloaded, I've got a 3D printer, guys. I've just bought an Elegoo Century Carbon, and lots of people are having problems with them, and I'm really happy to say I'm not one of those people. Part of me thinks it might be user error. I'm sorry if you've got one that's gone wrong and it wasn't your fault. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just telling you, mine's worked okay. Fingers crossed. I am a little bit worried, because there's been a lot of people saying they're having problems, so buyer be warned. I printed, this is a 2 in the front, so this is a Team Revolt insert, 3D printed insert. I've just got the file from Erwin over at Team Revolt, and this is too firm. I made the mistake of doing 2 outer walls, so this is too firm. This is supposed to be a 2.5, and I'm printing some with a single wall. I think we're going to do okay today though. First up, we're going to go and hit one of the most impossible obstacles here, to see how they do there, because we've made a few changes. We've got my own design skid for the Mears LCG transmission. So we've got the Mears LCG transmission on my skid. If you want to know anything about the build parts wise, there's links to all those down below, and I'll also include my email address down there as well. If you want any of my 3D files, I'm giving them away for nothing. Just send me an email and I will send you the STL file. Hopefully you can print it yourself. If not, maybe you can get a friend who's got a printer. If you've got a friend, you can get them to print it off for you. So we're running the Mears LCG transmission, which has got 18% in it, and I've got 12% reduction in the back. So we're running around 30% overdrive, underdrive in this rig. We've got, I did a little mod. I haven't actually done a 3D file for this yet, but I will do. At the moment, we've just got a little carbon plate in the front so we can run battery on servo on axle. And I haven't driven this yet. We've gone away from using the carbon wheels because Spidey was very light and it felt like he needed a bit more weight down low. So we've gone to aluminium wheels. These are just the cheap ones off AliExpress, again links below. And we got the 3D inserts in, which had a bit of mass, and I've got brass rings in the front. Again, links to those in the description below. We've got a yipping 70 kg servo in here, which I have beat the snot out of and I've been using for months and months and months. Must be coming up a year at least now, and it's got hundreds of hours on it and I've not had a single problem with that. I have got two of their new revisions going in the Hulk. I'll let you know what I think about those. I'm a little bit worried they've dropped the quality and the price. I would rather pay, these weren't expensive, they were like 35 quid a pop. They're not producing 70 kilos, but they're producing a good amount, and I've never really had any problems with them at all. Spidey runs the 2300 Fusion, but we're going to be dropping a Fusion Elite in here. I've got 2 of those coming. So that new hobby wing, the shorter, more compact Fusion that will do 4S, My goodness, Spidey on 4S. We've reduced the track width by going away from the carbons. No, we've increased the track width ever so slightly by going away from the carbons. These inserts feel incredible. Owen has got a really simple and effective design. They don't move about on the wheel. They're not shifting around because they've been sized so well for these wheels. DRAVTEC copies, we've got the ChavTec shocks all the way round that absolutely work perfectly. I think that's about it. We're going to start with two of the most difficult obstacles at the secret garden, so let's go and do that now. So here we go, first attempt at this, one of the most difficult climbs. I know it's not a rock, guys, but trust me, this will test your rig. My goodness. Okay, nothing else has made it look easy, not even the Hulk with 360 wheelbase and all the articulation and steering capabilities in the world. Nothing has made it look that easy. So what's happening? Is it the tyres? Perfect track width? My goodness. The mixed racing Fusk, don't sleep on this tyre. If you're on a tight budget, get yourself some of these. Don't mess around with all the other stuff. Just get yourself some of these. I've linked them down in the description. These with a Team Revolt insert in. Are absolutely mind-blowing. They're just off the line ever so slightly. Just shows you, even with the right gear, you still got to put your tyres in the right spot. Because I was saying nice things, wasn't it? That's why. Yeah, these tyres are absolutely rubbish. Definitely don't buy these. And there you go. This may just be an obstacle for the big guys. Spidey didn't like us talking shit, obviously, because there he goes. Nice. We definitely do need to repaint the rear with a single wall. That was my bad. Just a noob 3D printing mistake. Good job, Spidey. So I am having a little bit of a problem. I'm having so much fun driving Spidey with the new links and bends and that skid and the gearbox and the Team Revolt inserts that I printed last night, that I'm forgetting to look after myself. I've got really high blood pressure at the moment. I've got a load of problems, poor mental health. Yeah, I don't want to make you depressed as well, but it's tough. It's hard being a dad at 55 as well. My 3-year-old absolutely rips every little bit of energy I've got out of me, and then there's running the channel and working and all the rest of it. It's hard work, like little violin for me, please. I'm noticing that the backs are a little bit too stiff. I'm not getting quite the amount of push that I want, but in some circumstances it's helping me. Like on the climb that's on the screen now, you can never ever get that far over with this type of rig until you can, and Spidey did it like repeatedly over on that corner. Repeatedly. I don't know, but yeah, he did it over and over again. I've never ever been able to pull up that far over. What else? The way that it pulled up the little, this is what we call 3 lines, I think, in my, I've actually got a guide on how to get here and where the obstacles are and stuff. They're all pretty close together, but we've given names and stuff so you can find your way around. Or if you want to come crawling with me here and you're able to get to Hemel Hempstead in Hertfordshire, let me know. You can come crawling with me. I'd love to share this place with people. Anyway, it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm starting to wonder whether I'm actually mad wanting to put Spidey on the new Fusion Elite. Maybe I'll stick with 4S, but that new motor ESC combo, like the Fusions that went before it, it's got a built-in BEC to run your servo, but this goes up to 8.4 at 10 amps. I think I've got that right. That's incredible, incredible. More than enough pixies for most 4-wheel steer options, and for a rig like this that's only running one servo and nothing else, it's absolutely monster amounts of power. Anyway, I need to hydrate because of my blood pressure, and then I'm going to throw Spidey at a few more of these really tricky ones. So let's go do that. Son of a bitch, the battery's gone. Does anybody else have trouble with their nuts? I'd say not a strange question, but I do. I seem to have trouble. I've run 2 or 3 different types of nuts, flanged, serrated, basic, standard, flat, low profile. It doesn't seem to matter which ones I use, I always come undone.